So I tell that joke. It gets a laugh. The CEO walks on stage.
Oh my
Really?
God.
So he pulls me to the side of the stage, scolds me like
what-
loud
Wow.
enough that people can hear it.
What?
Like, we talked about this. Like, this is out of line. Like, you're completely inappropriate. Like, and then the crazy thing is he didn't stop the show. He was like, go back out there and finish your set. And like, no more of that. And I think I was like, well, I guess we'll just proceed as if that didn't happen.
And welcome everybody to another episode of
Gen Xenophobic.
I'm your host, Wyfer Grado.
I'm Luke Branches.
Today we have a special guest, DryBar's newest, biggest
Oh,
star. Maybe the only Indian on there. I don't want to start a rumor, but give it up for Adam
It's
Mamawala,
entirely
everyone.
possible. Hello,
It's very-
hello.
Do you know any other Indians on there?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Even like, oh, interesting.
Yeah. Are there any old white guys on that?
Are there a lot of them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
mostly.
I'm joking. I know. I'm
No,
saying
yeah.
like that's the main. But that makes
Well, this
it,
is why
cool.
why both last night and tonight, I feel like when you describe me as a dry bar comic, you're like taking a shot a little bit.
I didn't.
no.
I literally did not.
No, dude, it's impressive. I feel like I like seeing a young guy. that's
Okay,
like-
okay, sorry. I didn't mean that. I just meant like how. Okay, how do you want me to intro you? We can redo it.
Oh no, I don't care. I'm just
Yeah.
curious like how you perceive like what.
no,
a
I'm
dry
friends
bar
with
comic is. Yeah.
Banked Washburn. You know him? He has like 4 specials there, and it's always
Damn.
fun for me because it's like we both look at each other like this cannot be more different. You know
You
what
know
I mean?
what's funny though is I have actually met people who are like pretty filthy in their normal act.
Oh, really?
But they
But they
have
do
the
it
ability
dry-
to clean it. Like
Interesting.
I did a week in Vegas at Brad Garrett's, which is a
Yeah.
great club
Yeah,
at
yeah,
MGM.
yeah.
And the guy headlining, he's like mostly a cruise act. I'm not even gonna say his name because
Yeah.
I'm going to talk shit about him. one of the worst comics I've ever seen.
Really?
And like not
You haven't
only
seen Luke,
hacky,
right?
but
Yeah,
no, I haven't
yeah,
seen
yeah.
Luke, but there's still time. But like hacky, offensive, like just none of it was good. And I found out he had a dry bar, and I was like, in what world does this guy have a dry bar? But he somehow cobbled together 25 minutes of a clean enough.
It can
Wow.
be 25 minutes.
Yeah, so I think some people, it's almost like how Don't Tell.
How
they
long
have like
did you
10
do?
minutes, 30 minutes. I did 25. So
Okay.
it was me and 2 other comics, each doing 25. And actually, Jared Waters was supposed to be one of the
really?
other
That's
people.
cool.
Damn, wow.
Turbo.
Yeah, he's not the cleanest.
No, and he and I were texting. He ended up having to reschedule because he got something in LA. But he was very worried about like I feel like I'm going to slip
Yeah, I
up or
know.
like say something I'm not supposed to.
He just says the N word. You know, otherwise
Yeah,
clean joke.
Well, what was funny about it was there were certain things that I was allowed to talk about that I wouldn't have expected.
Really?
Like political stuff, they were pretty cool with. Like I had some stuff
Interesting.
that was like pretty
like
openly.
could you say
anti-Trump.
Charlie
Like-
Kirk?
No, I don't think I can say Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
Could you shit on Trump or shit on?
Could you say
like,
Trump's
Yeah.
name?
Yeah, I said Trump.
Oh.
Really?
I have a joke about how, because my last name is Mamawala, that
Yeah.
like if Kamala Harris had my last
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
it would be chaotic. Like Kamala
Yeah.
Mamawala, it's just
Yeah.
ridiculous. And the end of the joke is me saying like, Kamala Mamawala sounds like Donald Trump making fun of Kamala
Yeah,
Harris.
literally. Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
true.
there, I
Okay,
made
so
some
you can kinda
references.
do-
Yeah, but then
Interesting.
I think it's more like language they're worried about and that
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. But yeah, for me it was. First of all, the specials look really good.
Yeah, no,
and
I
they
have seen those.
also
They look great.
their
Dude, their
following
fucking
is
production
insane.
value.
Their production value is incredible. If you look at their numbers, they've got almost 10 million on
Wow.
Facebook, 3 million on YouTube,
Wow.
500,000 on Instagram. So the hope is that the exposure
Yeah,
It'll
of
help you
course.
sell.
Helpful.
It'll
No, it'll
really
just
help,
help
you sell.
automatically.
That's sick.
Well,
And then
yeah.
at the shows, you can do whatever material you want because
Yeah.
it's your show, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I would assume that if you get big from DryBar,
They
people
kinda have
expect
to-
a cleaner show.
yeah.
But I tend to be like, I would say DryBar was just turning it up a few notches from how clean I usually am. Like I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
say
yeah.
if I do 45 to an hour, I'm probably saying fuck like 3 times.
Yeah.
And every time it's for a reason. And then anything that
Do
I
you
do
ever
that's
use
more
it as
edgy.
sexual? Like
Yeah,
I
like
fucked
fuck-
her.
No way.
I don't think I do. No. I mean, I talk
fucked
about
that
sex.
child. Like, would you?
Yeah, I know.
I've never said I fucked that child. I don't know that I've
Now
said
you
that.
have.
Now you have.
And now we
I
can
have.
clip
Now I
it.
have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Now we just
a
I
clip.
fucked that child. That's
Release
the name
the-
of the
New DryBar
that's the name
special
of
out
the
now, like-
Name of the episode. I fucked that. No.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Release the Mamawala files.
Yeah, I know. Wait, so okay, that's pretty cool. Then you don't have to be completely clean
Indian
or like
completely white.
Yeah.
No, I assume I may be the first
That's
Indian
pretty
person.
cool.
That'd be cool.
But it's not like they don't have.
No, I've
I
seen
would-
black comics
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Certainly black comics. Obviously, plenty of.
Have I seen
I've
any
seen a
Asian?
couple- I
I've
think
seen
I've seen
Asian?
a couple brown, but more. I think I've seen Mexican.
Yeah, I think I've seen Hispanic.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think
No.
it really is more about whether or not you can be clean than like
True.
specifically being.
No,
a
of course.
white guy or
I
something.
doubt it. But it's
It's
just,
interesting because has anyone paired it where you release all your clean material on DryBar and then you do like a dirtier special too?
No, but that's a funny idea.
yeah.
I don't know because I was thinking that could be cool. Like, because obviously there's jokes you left out,
Yeah,
especially if it was
Totally, yeah.
25.
That'd be so.
Honestly, the hardest part about it was because of how specifically clean it is. Where like even saying like "what the hell" or
Really,
like saying
yeah.
"ass" or whatever, like you can't say
course.
that. So there were jokes that I've done a certain way for so long that now I'm
Yeah,
changing
you have
one
to
word.
adjust.
And you have to change it like,
And
and,
it's
you don't
like,
have the reps.
yeah, like I don't know if you've done much acting, but like sometimes when you audition, they'll tell you to change
Yeah,
one word just to
one-
mess with you
I
to see
hate
like
that.
if your brain can do it. It is very hard when
Yeah.
your mind is in the rhythm.
No, when
of,
you're
like,
in muscle memory and then you
Totally.
like
Because all you're thinking about is not saying that one thing.
Exactly.
But that's an interesting
That's
idea.
hard.
it is.
Yeah.
Wait. So like, what's the name? I should have checked. What's the name of the special? Is it?
Well, I haven't.
You
It's
haven't
not
named-
out yet. I feel like I can probably share
Have
it.
you-
I don't know. So it's. I told you this last night. I think.
Yes, I like this.
So
This
I
is
was
cool.
in
I
London.
love hearing special names.
Have you done Top Secret in
Yeah.
in London?
I haven't been there, but I know a lot.
It's
of
He's
people.
awesome.
doing it in May.
Yeah.
I did
Okay,
last
cool.
year, but he didn't come. But
Yeah.
he's coming.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
It's lit.
So I did Top Secret in, I don't know, sometime in January. But some other venue I had reached out to
Yeah.
in London, I was trying to figure out a place to do a set. And you ever have the thing where like you inadvertently get CC'd on an email
Oh,
that you
yes.
weren't supposed to be seeing? So when they responded to me, they forgot to erase all the other stuff about like their sidebar about whether or not they wanted to book me. And the
Really?
booker described my comedy as competent and non-offensive, which is not, I mean, it's kind of accurate
Yeah.
and also very funny. But then that kind of like
It was
I
a
kind of
great
ran
story
with that
too.
and,
When I
and
saw your
shared it,
story, I
and
thought it was
then
hell funny.
That is
my
funny.
social media person like put together this artwork of like the Mamdani
Yes,
logo,
yes.
but with competent and non-offensive.
really?
So
Oh,
it
I
turned
saw
into like a whole
that.
thing.
That was cool.
So then we thought, I was like, especially for a set that's specifically a clean
literally
set,
dry-
like
yeah.
that's a great name for a special.
No, that is a good name.
So
I
I
love
told
that
and
that
it's
name.
fun
story.
marketing around it too.
Yeah. Because at the time, people, when I posted that a few months ago, people were like, oh, you should name your special
Yeah.
that, like as a joke. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, this is probably the perfect opportunity to do that. So I told that story during the set. And then
Okay,
the plan
that's
is
very
for
cool.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and during the photo shoot, I did very much like a,
Yeah.
you know,
Like a
I'm a good
school
little
day
boy.
photo.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
yeah.
very
I think
So-
the reason you feel like it's a shot is because when I hear things like competent and offensive, that triggers me. I get triggered that like they like how dare you tell me what to say? But it's your art.
Yeah,
They're not
of course.
telling you
Well-
what to say. But I'm saying if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, I'm the artist. You're the fucking club owner. Shut the
But
fuck up.
here's where I stand on that because I saw all the drama about like Seattle and everything recently.
Yeah.
I think I think that if you agree to a gig,
Yeah.
then you're agreeing to the rules they lay out.
I agree.
No one's making you do
Yeah.
anything.
I agree.
Right? If someone asks you to do a DryBar special,
No,
you
of
could
course
say
you have to.
no
Yeah.
shot. I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
So I think you can't have it both ways, right? Like I think when you're at a comedy club, I don't think they should be dictating
I think
what
if
you
you
can say.
sell,
if
if
you-
you sell all the tickets and thing,
100%.
shut the
Also,
fuck
if
up.
you
And it
tell us
seemed-
that beforehand, then it changes.
If the
like,
venue sold all the tickets and then I just show up, tell me what to do.
Yeah,
But
totally.
if I'm the buying power, shut me. You know. What I mean?
Absolutely, and it seemed like in that case, from what I saw from you guys, it was more like they were trying to get out in front of something that
Yeah.
people didn't even really complain
No,
about,
well,
and your fans were
right.
there and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well, in
But
that
any-
case,
yeah.
it's like you created the rule after the fact. I mean, we didn't even know
Right.
about that before.
Right.
If it was like before, then we would have just gone with a different venue. But yeah.
But I think my point is, I've done college gigs, I've done corporate gigs, whatever it is. If you agree to take the money and they lay out
Yeah.
what
No,
the
of
rules
course.
are, you have an
Yeah.
obligation to do that. Now, if you're somewhere where they don't tell you anything about
it's
what you're
like-
supposed to do or not do, and then you do what you want to do, and they get pissed at you, fuck that.
Yeah, I know.
But I think
Yeah.
if you agree,
No, I agree.
to
You're
a
definitely
certain
right. I
contract,
think
like
we're
you
on
are
the-
breaching
I
the
can't be
contract.
mad
I
about
actually think we're on the
corporate gig
same
and I
page,
say-
honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think I would take a corporate gig where they told me what not to say, but I do know that again, like you said, they didn't lay out the rules beforehand. They laid it out when I was on stage.
Yeah.
So I
Right.
was performing for the troops, and then I started like, all right, we're gonna do trans jokes, and then like the guy who booked me yelled out, no, like do not.
Did you do like an AFE tour or USO
No,
or something?
no. I just did like I don't want to say the name of
Okay.
the person. That's
No,
the
that's
problem.
fine.
But it was just like a private thing that someone puts together on different bases, and they were like
Cool.
yelling, "Don't do the trans jokes." And I had the audience. I knew they would love it, but it's more like the
Yeah.
military had a thing with trans people at that time because of fucking Trump.
Sure.
So I'm like, at that point, I'm like, I just
So
want to be like
I've-
comedy, just like no, bro.
Yeah.
I'm up here. I get to choose.
I've done 2 Armed Forces Entertainment
That's
tours.
so cool,
It was
dude.
awesome.
That's
it was
so
incredibly
cool.
cool. And they were very,
I would like. Yeah, I know.
very specific about what you couldn't do.
So what can't you do on this?
So the rules, at least when I did it, I mean, the main one is like, don't criticize the military.
Yeah, of course.
Don't do political stuff
fuck.
because like by rule, the military is supposed to be like apolitical, right?
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be pro
Yeah.
one side or the other. The other big ones, no jokes about sexual assault or suicide because those
Really?
are like
Okay,
2
yeah,
big
yeah,
issues
yeah.
in the military.
I see it.
But I did a couple, and they were very good about it. But the funny thing is, to your point, like your joke would have killed. It's just that they don't want. They're covering
Yeah.
their asses.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
So you could tell that they're
Yeah, I know.
18-year-olds, like they're your
It's
age.
like,
They
dude, I
want
know,
you to do
yeah.
the dirty stuff. So you could actually get away with more dirty
they're
stuff.
18-year-olds. I never
I mean, a
thought
lot of
about
them,
that.
a lot of the guys in the military are like between 18 and 22. They went there
That is
because they didn't
crazy,
necessarily
you're
have
right.
other
I never
options.
thought about that.
Yeah, they're kids.
It's like the same people as at a college gig.
It is kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're grittier because they've like lived
I
a
know,
life.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
literally.
Yeah. But it was dope. If you ever get a chance to do it,
Like,
and
one
you
of
feel
my-
that you can adhere to the,
Fuck
the
it. I would
restrictions,
do. I just because I don't know. I watched the Louis TV show and you saw him go
Yeah,
do
I
it,
know.
and
Yeah.
that makes you want to do it. Makes you
Yeah,
wanna
it was
do
awesome. And also to get to be paid to travel the
Oh, I
world.
know. So
Oh my
cool.
god, that's
Yeah.
the best.
Have you
That's
ever
literally
done
the best part.
Any
of it.
like crazy corporate gigs, like anything like insane happen? I don't know.
This will shock you given who I am, but like there was a situation where I, according to them, went too far at a corporate gig. And
Really?
it turned into like a whole thing.
What?
And they didn't pay me.
Really?
They had
What?
given me like a 50% deposit up front and they wouldn't pay me the
Wait,
rest.
so what was the?
What'd you say?
Um,
Do you want to call him out? You don't have to.
I won't call out the company.
All right.
This was a long time ago. I did this gig, it was maybe in like the DC area. And you know that thing where you're like feeling yourself too much and
Oh,
you
I
go
know.
one extra step that
Yeah.
you shouldn't have?
Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
And so I was having a great set. I felt like I had them in the palm of my hand. And it's like a hacky joke, but it was, I think it was in a thing about, I was teaching tennis at the time and I was like telling a secondhand story of jokes that like kids were telling me. And the whole point was
Yeah.
that like they started out with like knock jokes and then escalated to
Yeah,
things
yeah.
where I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit. And I think the joke was like, what is it? It's something about Kermit and Miss Piggy, which sounds insane, but it was like something about Miss Piggy like having a frog in her throat. Like, why does
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Piggy sound the way she does? And the joke was
Oh,
like,
okay.
she's
yeah. She's
blowing Kermit.
Blowing Kermit.
I mean, it's a stupid, ridiculous
Yeah.
joke.
yeah, but it's
and, like,
it's the context is not hacky because
Yeah, I
they're
wouldn't
having
say
a
it's
kid
hack at
say it.
all. I would never.
right. So I tell that joke, it gets a laugh. The CEO walks on stage.
Oh my
Really?
god.
Like the Sandman at the Apollo.
Yeah.
And like kind of says like, hey, come here.
Oh my
I'm holding
God.
the microphone, like I'm in front of
How
200,
how long have you
200
been
people.
on stage at this point?
And you have
This
to
was
you have to
probably
hit
like
him after that. Right?
halfway.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
imagine just slapping, sit your bitch ass down.
Yeah,
My show. My show, my rules. Yeah.
I stabbed him.
I'm keeping the deposit.
Yeah,
This
you
was
just had
probably halfway through like a half-hour set.
Okay,
So
15,
he
yeah.
pulls me to the side of the stage, scolds me like
what-
loud
Wow.
enough that people can hear it.
What?
Like, we talked about this. Like, this is out of line. Like, you're completely inappropriate. Like, and then the crazy thing is he didn't stop the show. He was like, go back out there and finish your set, and like, no more of that. But talking to me like I was like a
Oh my
4-year-old.
god,
Yeah,
you had to
what
go
the-
like with your tail tucked behind like
No,
Yeah.
dude, I don't think I would.
I would
would've
not
gone
do it.
Ham on
I
it.
mean,
would've been
I
pissed.
don't know that I've ever felt that
more like
like
in
shame and like that feel like I felt like I was gonna like throw up. I was like, I don't know what to do here. So I go back out. I finish the set. It's incredibly awkward.
How did you stay present
Adjust
in the room?
that. Yeah. How did you like?
Did you say anything about it?
I think I said something
Will
like
Smith just slapped the shit out of me. Yeah.
it was kind of one of those moments, and I think I was like, well, I guess we'll just proceed as if that didn't happen.
Oh God!
Like
yeah,
I kind of, but then
is
he,
like, all right, bro.
yeah, I don't remember what I said to get out of it, but I somehow got them back.
Okay, that's
and
good.
then
Well, it sounded like they were loving
Yeah,
you.
did they like
They
the
were-
joke?
yeah, they
Did
loved
like
me.
the
And
comment?
all of them probably know the CEO, and they're like, "Fuck this guy."
Well, so that was what's interesting. So I finished the set. It seems like everything's smoothed over. Obviously, it's very like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I end up. They invite me out with them. I go out. I
And
you know. I have some
really
drinks.
pay you. That's wow.
So all of the people were like, "We're so sorry that happened. Like we're
Really?
like mortified.
That's
like I
great,
don't know
yeah.
why he did that. Like you were great. Blah 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 blah." So after the fact, I've already, thank God, I had gotten 50%
Yeah.
up front. I'm waiting for this other 50%. I'm waiting. I'm emailing them. They're not responding to
Yeah.
me. And finally, the woman who booked me sends me this like super condescending email that's like, you know, you compromised my job doing this.
Bro.
Like things have been very uncomfortable for me at work because of the incident that happened. Blah
the
blah blah.
incident.
Incident?
Oh
Yeah,
my
and then
God.
she
It's
sends
a
me some other
Muppets
guy, you know,
joke.
like talk to this guy. So I give him a call, and he was such a fucking dick. I talked to him on the phone.
Who'd
I'm
you
like,
call the CEO? Or
no,
who
it was
the
someone
fuck?
probably in
Like in
payroll
HR
or
or
something,
something?
or HR.
Yeah.
And I am like, listen, like we have a contract. You guys
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
pay me.
yeah.
And he just flat out was like, you can take us to court if you want, but like we're not paying you. And he
That's
goes,
ridiculous.
and then this was such a dick move on his part. He goes, I think it wasn't even that much. It was like maybe 3,000 for the whole thing. So
Yeah.
I got
No, but
1,500
it's
was
still,
waiting. And at
like,
the time,
dude.
it meant a
Yeah,
lot.
but you were
And
still
he goes-
waiting on that.
It's
and
a
he goes-
contract.
And he goes, you know, I think 1,500 is pretty generous for a couple jokes. And I was
Oh
like,
my
you fucking
God.
piece of shit.
What a dick.
Oh
You
my God,
motherfucker.
I would,
Yeah.
dude, that is so irritating.
And that happened to me once at a corporate gig and once
the
at a college gig.
That's ridiculous. Wait, so
Yeah.
okay, and you, dude, I
And
would
I'm not
call out the
even
company
offensive,
if I were
really.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't even that. Like, I get what he sees, but it's not. Nobody, everybody
Yeah.
here's an adult. Like,
Right.
stop being. Oi, Ewie, Homelander, don't kill me wife, and now we're touring Australia.
To in Australia. We got Perth on August 5th, Adelaide August 6th, Sydney August 7th, Melbourne August 8th, Brisbane August 9th. Get tickets.
There was an incident where I did a college gig. It was at like a Catholic school. And I knew it had to be on the cleaner side.
Yeah.
But I told a joke. I'm not even sure exactly what it was. Same thing happened. She didn't walk on stage, but the like student activities woman
Yeah.
walked to the front of the stage. This is like welcome
What
week,
was
so
the
there's
joke
like 500
again?
people.
Sorry.
I think what it was was a joke about how it was like, I think I used to be racist as a kid because you know how people call rainbow sprinkles Jimmies?
Yeah.
Like I
haven't
used to
heard
call it's like a Midwest thing maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But the joke
that
was
a
like
couple
I used to call the
times?
chocolate ones Jamals. Like
Oh,
it was like a
that's kinda
pretty
funny.
innocuous joke.
Yeah,
I kind of like
I think that was
yeah.
the joke.
That's cute.
And-
That's
That is
cute.
a good-
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
it's
even
like a
offensive.
I
joke.
like that,
It's
yeah.
not even like a
It's
whatever.
not even, yeah, what?
But she.
I hate when
and
people
then
get
I
mad
will-
about joke writing.
I
It's like,
know.
dude, it was just joke structure. I didn't
Right.
mean it at all.
And I will call out this school because fuck them. This was
Hell yeah.
Anna Maria College in
Fuck
Worcester,
Anna Maria
Massachusetts.
College in Wooster, Massachusetts.
It's a Catholic school. And similar to the corporate gig, in this case, it happened maybe in the first 10 minutes of an hour.
It sounds like there were no black
Wait,
kids
first
there.
10 minutes.
Also, sounds like
Yeah.
the kind of school with no,
No,
black
it was
kids.
the
Worcester,
classic. It was the classic
Massachusetts.
white lady getting
Yeah,
offended
yeah.
on behalf of a
Jesus.
theoretical black
Yeah,
person
literally.
who would maybe.
Yeah, theoretical black person.
That's
Which is
the
the
new name of
alternate
the
name.
episode.
That's
A
the alternate name.
Theoretical black.
Well, that's the
theoretical
alternate
black
name for
person.
my dry bar special.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good.
That's hell funny.
A theoretical black man. So same thing though. She comes up, she like scolds me, and then lets me finish the show. So I do another
Wait, so
45
she,
to 50 minutes.
Where is she on stage?
Oh,
She
so
comes
it's like
up-
right at the beginning of the set.
Picture
Yeah,
you're in
10
like
minutes
a
in.
you're in like an auditorium where there's like 3 sections in front of you
Yeah.
and then 2 rows. She walks from the back up to the lip of the stage
Yeah.
and like beckons me
Yeah.
over and like essentially like
Wait, so you have
rips
to
me a
like
new
bend
asshole.
down and like
Yeah.
What
and
the
similar
hell?
sort of vibe where then I was like, well, I don't know what to do about this. So after the fact, she claimed that like, not only were you offensive, but then you like made fun of me after I told. And I was like,
She was triggered.
she was triggered.
Dude,
Apparently, she was pre-triggered. I think.
Pre-trigger. What happened before?
Well, no, I'm just saying. It seems like she came into it just
Yeah, like-
wanting to stir
you like
up some shit.
conflict, yeah.
So I finished the show. This is not something that I had gotten paid for in advance. They refused to pay because they claimed that I breached the contract. And my big contention was, if what I did in the first 10 minutes was so offensive, take me the fuck off stage.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If you
yes.
let me finish the
That's
set,
true.
Yeah, if you're not
then
gonna pay me,
clearly
get
what
me
I
off
did
stage
was not such a
immediately.
big issue.
That's
so
true.
I obviously was very upset about this. And my college agent, and I'll never forget this, she didn't go to bat for me.
Really?
I was like, you have to do something about
that's-
this. And she was like, listen, we do a lot of business with this school. I can't compromise my relationship over you. So like, I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's
And
so
that
you
was
didn't get paid.
I didn't get paid.
Wow.
And that was a moment where I realized,
And you
like,
had to go to
this person does
Worcester,
not give a shit about me.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Worcester, Massachusetts, Anna
So
Maria College.
my one question is, how did the audience react while
Are you
were
down
getting
for this to
scolded?
be a clip? This would be a good clip.
Yeah, I don't care.
These are just,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
So how did the audience react? I mean, I've never gotten scolded on stage other than hecklers, but what did the audience like do as you were getting scolded? How did they react?
In both cases,
how did you? Yeah.
In both cases, very similar. Like,
Yeah, of course.
They were as shocked as I
Yeah.
was, and I think there was a collective vibe of like, you're doing too much.
Yeah, we don't actually give a shit.
Right,
about-
because like,
Because as the entertainer, generally you know when you have the audience
yes,
or not.
Yeah.
you're not an
So-
idiot. Like it's like, dude,
So
this is
I'm
my
sure
job.
you know, like they're on my side or not.
There. It's surprising given how clean I am, especially now. But like, there were a couple times where, especially at colleges, there was another time where I did get paid, but I had to like apologize to a student who
Really?
got offended at a joke. Of
Really?
mine.
a specific student.
A specific student, a black student, who was not happy with the joke that I told. Which
Is this gonna sound bad over? I'm like, at least they were black.
No, that's
Sure.
like. Wait,
You know
You know what I
I'm
mean?
less-
You know what I mean by that?
no, I know what you mean because
Like,
it's
at
if
least
someone's,
it wasn't
if
some
someone's at least
fucking-
bothered on their own behalf.
This is the
Yes.
theoretical black
Yes.
person that
This
she
is a
was
real
talking
black
about.
person,
Yes.
But the joke was just. I actually like
prepared
this
for
joke.
this.
I like this joke.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
theoretical. Okay, let's hear it.
It was a joke about how my grandpa was racist and that he would say the N-word frequently
Yeah.
until my mom finally like told him not to
Yeah.
enough, that his big concession was that he wouldn't say the full word, but he would still refer to black people as N's, which
my
is
God,
still
Jesus
terrible.
Christ. Yeah, that is
but
like-
if I'm being honest, does give me a great idea for a blacks only dating site called Just Trying to Make Ends Meet.
Oh my god! I love that. Oh, that's great. That's really funny.
But
great.
I think
That's
it's I mean,
amazing.
structurally, it's a
my-
perfect
no,
joke.
no. That's a really good
And
joke.
that's the end of the reel.
Oh
That's
my
great.
God.
Hell yeah. That's
Just
awesome.
trying to make ends meet. Literally, look at Tristan.
Yeah.
That is great.
That was really good.
Oh my
That was
God,
really
I
good.
love
But I
that.
did have to apologize for somebody to somebody after that.
Why? That's
She got
just
offended.
a great joke.
She felt I was like, by referencing the N-word, it was as good as saying it.
Actually,
Oh.
I've heard this.
Really?
Somebody said that to me one time. She's like, you said the N-word. And I was like, no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
She's like, no, you said the N-word. I was like, are you being serious?
Dude, like-
She's like, you referred to it. I'm like, what?
Never speak of it.
Yeah,
that's was it like, what is the N-word, Voldemort?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, thou who shall not be named. Serious. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really crazy though.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I guess the audience, man, I don't know how you did it in those. That's. Oh.
Well, I think at the time, my thought process was, I better finish the show because I want to get paid.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So even though I was
So do you
mortified,
think now if that happened again, you'd just be like, I'm off stage.
No, because I
Fuck
think
this.
you still presume you're gonna get
Yeah,
paid.
but also you don't want to. I mean, it's like, how many times is that?
Yeah, that's a good point. What did you learn from those
Yeah.
experiences?
well, in some cases, I learned that like I don't feel that I did anything wrong.
No, I mean,
my
I don't think-
honest opinion was like for this college, if you're that bothered by that,
Yeah.
hire a clown.
Yeah,
Like
literally.
comedy is just not for you guys.
Yeah.
Because if I'm someone who is like on the lower end of the spectrum of
Yeah.
being offensive, if you can't handle me,
Oh, I know.
I think maybe this just
Yeah.
isn't the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like get
Yeah,
an
true.
acoustic musician to
Yeah,
play.
seriously.
But I think in other cases, in the corporate gig one, even though what I said wasn't like horrific, it was kind of like a flying too close to the sun moment where I was like, I was coasting. I didn't need to take that risk unnecessarily in the context
Okay,
of
so
what I
you
was doing.
felt in
So
that
you
moment
thought-
like I'm
I'll say
Before
this
you
way.
did
It was
that-
a joke that was not in my set list.
yeah.
And then when it was going well, I
You
got
were-
cocky and I did it and it did work.
Of course, yeah.
But I compromised.
Yeah.
Like,
So
had
when
I
you were-
just played it safer in
Yeah.
that situation.
You would have been good.
Like, I don't think comics should play it safe in life,
Yeah,
but I
of
think
course.
when you're hired for a specific thing,
Yeah, no,
sometimes you
yeah.
have to.
Wait, so when you were about to do the joke, you're like, all right, like, were you like, okay, I'm
A little,
let's see.
yeah.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't come off that way,
No,
but
of
in
course.
my mind,
Yeah,
I was
I know.
kind of having
I-
that
like,
dialogue.
yeah.
Yeah, like the let's see if I can get
Yeah,
away
like,
with this.
okay, let's
like
have
we've
some
all
fun.
had
Let's
that
have
moment.
some-
Like let's see if we
because that's
can
the
get
fun
away
of
with
comedy
this.
is like the like.
That's one of the
okay.
funs for
Right.
sure. One of the funs.
But that's crazy.
no,
man.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
So do you think I I don't know. If this happened again, would you get off stage or would you keep
Well,
performing?
I think it's more like.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I mean by learn.
Yeah, I think the further I get into my career, and also the more just like money I have in my life, the less I'm willing to do things that I know are going to make me feel shitty.
Yeah.
of course.
So if I walk into a situation where I'm like, I am not set up for success here,
Yeah.
I will take the loss on the money to
Yeah.
not have this experience. I had
You
that
just walk away from the show straight
No,
up.
I mean a few months ago, I got hired to do some private gig in New York, and it wasn't like crazy money, but it was decent. It was like a few $100.
Yeah.
And I walk in, it's a fully lit bar, everyone's hammered.
Oh,
they have no
God.
stage, no lighting, no microphone.
What?
Somehow they
my
had thought
God.
in their minds that I would be bringing that, even though that had never.
Yeah,
been.
well, that's
It was like that's not how
ridiculous.
this works.
No.
And it was a situation where I was like, at best, I'm going to lose my voice and
Yeah.
feel horrible. And I told them straight up, I was like, I'm not trying to be unprofessional, but like,
Yeah.
this is not. I'm telling you, this is not going to work. I think the best move is to just let people enjoy their night.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
You guys,
Were
they
they
don't
I'll
need
just
me.
be
expecting
here-
a comedian?
No, it was going to be a big surprise, which is always a terrible
Yeah,
idea.
then you're fine to,
It's
to
just-
walk
it's-
away.
I always tell people when they want to do this, I'm like, if Jerry Seinfeld drops in at a comedy club, that's a fun
Yeah,
surprise
that's
because you
yeah.
know who that is. If I just appear,
Yeah.
like no
In a
one
bar.
knows. Yeah, it's just like it just feels like there's some weird
No, but
interloper.
dude, no mic, no. How do you control a rowdy audience with no
You
mic?
can't.
No
You have to be
lighting
really
either?
I
fucking
wouldn't have.
loud.
And in that case, the best possible situation happened where they were like, "You're right. We shouldn't do this. However, we'll still pay you."
Oh, really?
This is
hell
great.
yeah. Hell
Wow,
yeah.
that is
I got paid
beautiful.
to do nothing.
That's very
I'm not
nice.
gonna
That's lit.
embarrass.
That's lit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I think my tolerance for like just feeling disrespected.
No, that's like I don't know how you
definitely
do it. That's
has gone
really,
down. But I think a lot of that. I mean, what are you? How old are you?
I'm 17.
Yeah, I mean that's insane. That and how old are you?
26.
All right, so like you guys got into this real early, and
Yeah.
I think you're certainly more polished and more like aware of who you are at
Yeah.
a younger age than a lot of people. I think it probably wasn't until
I think
10 years into my career that I would have even had the guts to like advocate for myself, or if
Yeah.
someone was disrespectful to me, to be like, don't fucking talk to me.
I know.
like that.
Seriously, it's like
Yeah, it's self-respect, right? You realize, like,
Yeah.
who are you to speak to me
Well,
this
for
way?
me,
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, if somebody said that, I think it would just be rage. I don't know if it'd be.
I mean,
would just
if that,
be
if
so
that,
angry if
well,
the
thing
CEO
is,
or something. I would
the
go
CEO
ham.
thing is hard because you know they have deeper pockets than you.
Yeah, I know.
But
Right.
I would try to get some publicity.
Yeah.
I would try to call
for
them
the
out.
Yeah, but
Winchester
remember, this
College,
is
I would-
before the days of like filming
Yeah,
anything.
true.
This is before the days of trying to go viral. Like
It's just
I'm
whoever
talking
has the
stuff in like
most-
2013 or something like this is a while.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
But you're not wrong. I mean, because I think now the idea would be you publicly shame them.
No,
Yeah.
definitely.
Even
And
honestly,
most
the
people
Seattle
would be on
thing,
your
and I'll
side.
tell this to you guys straight up.
Yeah.
I didn't really care.
It wasn't
It's
that
just
big of a
good
deal.
publicity.
It's great PR.
Like,
Yeah.
like I know that none of my fans were upset. I know that we had a good time. I know
Yeah.
that the venue wasn't upset. It was just like one or two people who didn't like Luke's Israel jokes.
Right.
Yeah, or
Like-
why it's trans jokes.
And my trans jokes.
Did you have any jokes about trans Israelis?
That's what I
We were
said. I was
literally
like,
talking about-
I literally kept joking. Like, I didn't even do my joke about like Netanyahu was gone because he got a sex change.
Yeah,
it's
like-
not a joke I
yeah.
have, but it would be funny
So yeah.
to rage bait him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, how can I flip this to be beneficial for me here, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But that's also like a
if I had
smart
gotten
thought.
taken off the stage, I would actually have anger right now, and I would
No,
do
I
it
would
out
be
of
very
spite.
mad.
But
Yeah.
I'm just,
Well,
but
if they
the
let
show
me
went
perform
fine.
the rest of my set, there's no way I think I could hold back from shitting on the CEO.
Oh,
or
no
the,
way, no way,
Or the like
no
lady
way.
at the college. I would not be able to stop myself.
Agreed.
Yeah, but if you choose that route, then you know
No,
that you're not
you're,
getting
then,
it.
then you
Then
know
you're just burning it
Obviously,
down.
if
And
I
that's
like,
where I think the philosophy of comedy comes in.
True.
What
Right.
is your philosophy behind comedy?
True.
Right?
Well, I mean, at your point, when you were in those situations, yeah, you like needed the money. Of course, it's like a harder, like, oh shit, I can't.
I think my attitude with comedy has always been like there are times when it's art and there are times where it's work.
Yes.
Yes.
This is
yes,
what
yeah,
Usama
very
says
true.
too.
Yeah, because to be quite honest, like a lot of the work that pays the most is the work where
Yeah.
there are rules.
Yeah.
Right? Like, listen, everybody wants to get to the point where you have
Yeah, I
your
know, where you
fans,
can
you
do it
can do
yourself.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's no limits to that, right?
But
But
you're
until
right.
you get there, unless if you want to stand on your moral high ground that like no one should ever have an opinion about what you say, you're entitled to do that, but
Yeah,
you
of
might
course.
be broke for a while.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
no,
sure.
definitely.
You might be past nowhere like me.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't
But-
think that's true. Is that true?
Yeah.
I guess
It's true.
technically not. Technically not.
Yeah, but
I
in some
guess
ways,
technically
you
I'm
don't
past
need-
that
do you
New
need
York
that?
Comedy
I
Club.
mean, you've
well, that's
already
what
got
I'm
your own
saying
following.
though. That's what I'm saying is like,
Yeah, at what point do you know what I mean?
The money is to be made, obviously, in the private sector like that.
Right.
But also, if you have your own fans, you can monetize. But if you're trying to make a living on clubs, that's very difficult.
Extremely
Like
difficult.
spots, oh my god.
Oh,
You can't. Even if you're past at the
I
cellar.
know some
like,
comics
you'd have
who
to do
do,
a
though,
lot.
You
but
can
it's
be
like,
past
what
at
are
every
you
club in
doing?
New York. You can't.
It's
make
just
it.
a
And doing
grind.
six spots a night doesn't sound fun, man.
Yeah.
No, that
Sounds
sounds pretty cool.
horrible.
I would
No,
do
no,
6
no.
months
On
a
some
night. Are you
nights, but
joking,
every
dude?
night.
Not every night, obviously.
That's what a lot
I
of
don't
them
think
do, dude.
Really, every night.
Some of them, right?
Some
You
people,
know,
yeah.
I think you get better or burnt out really quick. Yeah. Have you ever done a cruise though?
I've not done a cruise.
Not done a cruise. Yet.
Now
I
you're
think-
stereotyping them. Now
No
you're
way! Dude.
That was the biggest insult I've heard.
No, okay. I'm saying
I'm
if
just
you do
kidding.
corporate college, I assume like it's the 3 C's, right?
Wait,
I
what?
guess
You
maybe,
just
I
made
don't
that
know.
up.
No, corporate
Is
college
that
cruise.
is that a 3 C's?
I have not heard that term.
No,
but
I totally
believe
made
it.
that up, but it
You've
is
heard it?
kind of work though.
All right, fine. All right, fuck
Thanks,
it.
Kevin.
That checks out. No,
Defending his
I've
client.
not done a cruise. I would prefer not to ever.
Yeah, I feel like that's extra because then if you like do something offensive, then you have to see them for the rest of the crew. Like
That
if like
is-
they get
yeah.
mad at you, you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
we're still in the middle of nowhere though. So
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
I know a comic.
We're still in
I
the
won't-
Bahamas.
I
I
won't
can't
say her
really-
name because I don't know if she's
No,
like,
of
still
course.
working with them. But she did a joke that she found out from the cruise people. They were like, so an audience member found your joke anti-Semitic, and she was like, "I'm Jewish."
what? Yeah, what? Dude, some of the stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Well, they're black, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
right,
they
right,
still
right.
found it anti-Semitic.
yeah.
funny.
Just telling you about the joke.
Shit.
No, I have not done it. I think if I were offered it, I would like do it once.
Yeah,
But
actually
I-
think
I think I would do
I
it too.
too.
I mean, it sounds like a
fun.
good time.
Now, if you're talking about like the Don't Tell cruise, sure.
Oh, is that a cruise?
Yeah, there's a
thing.
thing. That's a thing.
Or the Impractical Jokers cruise.
Sure,
You see that
or
one?
Nate Bargatze or whatever,
Yes.
like a comedian's cruise,
Yeah.
yeah. But like a carnival cruise,
Yeah, I
like,
Oh
know,
God,
it's like-
nah,
I just feel
nah.
I feel like it can get even doing like weeks in Vegas, it can get pretty
Really?
bleak. But at
Even
least you're
in
not
Ve-
on a boat.
Really? Yeah.
Well, just Vegas is not a good place to be if you're not having the Vegas experience.
Yeah,
Then
true,
what you-
true.
Also, ignore Luke here. Cut him out. Cut him out of the thing. Cut him out.
Wait, I'm
You're not
looking
on
for
this
love.
tour.
I'm looking
Some
for
people
love.
on tour. I'm on 2 tours. Guess what? I'm on the Gar Masala tour now. We got May 31st, New York City, June 21st, New York City, June 25th, San Francisco, July 12th, Philly, July 19th, LA, and August 2nd back in New York City. I'm on 2 tours now. What you're saying when you're like, sometimes it's art, sometimes it's work. When it's
Yeah.
like too much of the straight up work, I'm like, why do I do that? Why don't I have a regular
I
job
know.
then? You know what I mean? If I have to sit here and no, I know that's
Here's my perspective on it. We all of us know. Are you guys are full time?
Yeah.
At this point, yeah. So like, did you have like a job before
I
this?
just worked at Starbucks.
Okay. So
He
I guess
did
the
not.
I'm
question
just in
is,
school,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're probably right. It's still better than him.
I always looked at it as like, if I can support the comedy that I want to do with stuff that's under the comedy umbrella, even if
Yeah.
it's not like the dream,
Of course.
I would still rather do that than
Then
like
work
sit
a
in a
corporate and
cubicle
then do the stand-up.
and
That's
then
true.
do my art at night.
Yeah.
So and that's how I look at it,
That's
especially
true.
like corporate stuff now is when you can make that kind of money and it's not even that big of a lift,
Yeah.
frankly. It makes you not have to compromise on the stuff you want to do. Like I'm not chasing down a shitty one-nighter
You're
for
right.
$150
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
like, the middle of New Hampshire because I just don't
Yeah.
need the money.
Yeah.
So then it gives me the artistic freedom to do what I want when I'm not doing that stuff and not be
Yeah,
worried about
I am
paying my
up on
bills.
my high horse on this one. This is an issue that particularly gets me.
Yeah.
So you are definitely
you're allowed
right
to
about
be.
that.
I mean,
yeah, I know.
everybody's-
I know.
you can
But
have
you're
your
definitely
opinion.
right about that. I know Eric O'Shea. You ever met him on the
I don't think
circuit?
so.
Oh, I want to read his book. I literally just refound it in my closet. It's such a cool book.
He has a book called The Richest Comedian You've Never Heard of.
Yeah.
It's very
Oh,
interesting.
interesting. Is he like big in the corporate world?
I
Exactly.
guess he's one of like
He's
one of
like-
the biggest corporate
Like
comics.
career earnings in
Interesting.
the millions.
And he- like
all from corporate. It's very
him.
cool.
And apparently,
I
yeah.
did a show with him randomly in Phoenix, and they booked him and me back to back, and it was just like
Really?
it just couldn't be more different.
Yeah.
It was fun. We were having fun about that.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good thing. Like I think that's part of the fun of going to a show in New York is like you're going to see 5 or
Yeah.
6 comics
Yeah.
who are wildly
all
different.
different. Like,
Exactly.
but yeah, what didn't he? What did he say to you about? Didn't he say he has to do like the same hour every time or something like that? Like what?
you know, it was a couple
That
years
sounds
ago
horrible.
now.
But
yeah,
no, he said like, or at least what I remember that you told me he said was like, yeah, he's like, usually I can't really change anything. I do the exact same hour and like, obviously eventually he
Yeah,
develops.
that
but it
sounds
just
hard.
sounds like, that sounds
Yeah.
like work right there. That's
Sure.
100% work.
Yeah.
Because I could not do the same, like, you know what I'm saying, like muscle memory, like.
Right.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah,
could
you
do
ever,
it
like,
for $400K a year?
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
You ever zone out in the middle of a
I know.
joke? You know what I mean?
Oh, zone out.
Only
all the
once in my life have I repeated a joke in a set.
Wyatt did that to you recently, actually.
Yeah.
It was very
Sometimes
funny.
I fuck it up.
Also in Worcester. Weird thing about Worcester for me.
What the fuck?
Different
Really?
college. Yeah.
Different college? You
Yeah.
went
What?
back to the city?
How many colleges are in Worcester?
Weirdly more than you would think.
Really?
Yeah.
Some cities are just college cities.
Yeah,
how
true.
how long was the set that you repeated a joke in?
Like an hour.
It was, yeah, no, it was
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
40, 30.
45.
It was so weird
co-headlining.
because I didn't realize obviously that I had told it the first time. And then when I told it the second time, it bombed and everyone was like looking at me weird. And I was like, why did that not work? And then after the set, the guy was like, hey, that was really funny, but do you know you told the same joke twice? I was like,
do.
no.
So you didn't realize in the moment.
That's so
No.
interesting because
It
why I
was-
realized
Because me,
after.
while I was saying the setup, I kind of knew I fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you know, you're like, oh, what do I do now?
The only thing worse than that is that when you start a callback that you remember you didn't set up the first part.
Oh my god!
And then you're trying to like do it in the moment.
Yeah, you're like-
you know, because what happened before was
I'm a
it's so
renowned.
obvious.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm a renowned callback hater.
Okay.
Renowned as
I
far as
love
like
callbacks.
joke types go. I hate callbacks, but that is one of the reasons. Is because I feel like I have to mentally tally like, okay, if I have the callback, then the jokes have to go in a specific order, and I hate putting my jokes in an order.
So in defense of the callback,
No,
I do
it's-
think that when you do like a callbacks hit harder exponentially based on how long the set is. Like there's a reason
Interesting,
that
yeah,
if you've ever
probably.
seen a late night set where someone tries to do a callback,
After
it's so
five.
forced
5
because
minutes,
you
like-
haven't given people time to forget about what you set
True.
up. If in my DryBar special, right, I did a joke in the first 5 minutes. That was kind of just like a throwaway
Yeah.
random joke, but I like planted the seed of
No, of
something
course.
that I then
Yeah,
called
yeah,
back
yeah,
in
yeah.
my closer, and it got a huge pop
Oh,
that
yeah.
like
Hell
would
yeah.
not have happened if I hadn't set it up. So I think that it is kind of like a comedy trick,
But
I
you're
think
right,
that if
yeah.
it's used sparingly and it's not forced, it can be good.
Well, because it
I
can
think the
make
reason-
it like a circle, kind of, especially if it's like a longer set. If it's quick, then it's just like a.
Well, yeah, again, it's like you haven't given people time to forget
Digest,
about it
yeah.
and digest it. Like a callback is satisfying when it works because people have completely forgotten about
yeah.
what you set up.
No,
That's
you're
true.
definitely right.
I guess I don't like it because oftentimes it seems shoehorned. You
Oh,
know what
totally.
I mean?
Oh, it's
Absolutely.
one. Yeah.
It's shoehorned and it's not in service of the bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when it is in service of the bit and it's not shoehorned, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
like,
if it's
like
actually
Chappelle,
organic.
he rapes but he saves. That's like
Right.
perfect. That's like the perfect way to use it. You
Right.
you prove the point you were
It's
trying to
just
make
amazing.
that you set up earlier. And actually, in retrospect, it was a little contrived that you made that whole bit.
But it was
just
worth
to set
it.
up.
It was worth
but
it.
it was still worth
Yes.
it.
Right.
But like you said, the late night sets, those are the worst versions of
It's just not
callbacks.
possible to do a callback in 5 minutes.
I guess you can, but
You can try, but it's just
Yeah.
if you could, people see it coming. It's like even if it works okay, they're already
Yeah.
like sniffing it out
No,
because
no,
they're
no,
kind
because
of
they're
waiting
expecting. And
for
if
it. Yeah.
if the setup's too like not alike, but like they can see it coming into that territory, then yeah.
right.
Yeah, and I hate when the audience knows what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
hate that.
That's a good point. Actually, he does have a callback.
Oh yeah, it does.
Within the joke.
Wow, it has a 1 minute.
the strongest,
Yeah,
the
and-
strongest punchline in it.
Wyatt's
It's
closer
not. It's
has
not really a callback. because It's. I would-
is.
No. I would argue it's not a callback because it wasn't used as a punchline the first time.
I don't think that's a requirement.
That's not a
Yeah,
requirement.
you're probably
at all.
right.
It's definitely a callback, and it's
to me, a
in
callback
minute.
is referencing back to something you said earlier. in
Yeah,
the
it
set.
doesn't have-
doesn't
have
have
to
to have
be-
been a punchline.
No, you're right.
But
You know, that's funny. It's actually the only part of the joke that's not true, too. The whole story's true. That one part,
Yeah.
I artificially created to
Wow.
be really strong. So
Wyatt's a hypocrite.
I'm a
Right.
hypocrite. But that is why I hate that joke type,
Yeah.
personally. Guys, hey, thank you so much for watching.
Wait.
Adam, please
Yeah,
plug whatever
plug.
you need to plug.
Yeah, this one, huh? What's up? Yeah, easy to find on social media. I'm sure I'm going to be tagged in this, but at Adam Mamawala on Instagram, TikTok, Mamawala Comedy on YouTube. And then, yeah, got a DryBar special coming out, I assume sometime late 2026, early 2027.
Theoretical
It'll be
black person.
Theoretical
No,
black
no,
person
no.
on DryBar. Yeah, it'll be on DryBar, I think behind a paywall at first and then on YouTube. But yeah, other than that, just, I don't know. When is this coming out?
Probably in like
a couple weeks.
next month.
Yeah,
like
I got a
in 3 or
mailing
4
list.
weeks.
Come see me on the road. That's all I got.
Yes. Go look at his tour dates, guys. Okay, if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to like, follow, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you're watching this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please remember to follow the show. Leave us a 5-star review. We'll see you next week.
I just rolled up with the rocksters, stack breaking the block up. We don't deal with imposters.